Alright, welcome back. Since we got a dudek in the last episode, I made this platform, which right now is my base underneath. Um, However, I want to start building a base up here. But this stone foundation, um, came along a lot easier because of my dudicorous friend right here. Now, for this episode, I kind of wanted to go and look for an Argentavis, which is the next flyer, since we leveled so much in last episode by gathering a lot of survivor notes, or explorer notes, sorry. Since we leveled so much, we now have access to a Argentavis saddle, as you can see right here. And a Argent is like the best flyer to get. Um, and they're not that difficult to get. So this episode I wanted to focus on that, and then depending on how long that takes, we might also get a beaver, so we can finally get some wood up in there. For an Argent, you can build a trap, and normally I would go for 4 dinosaur gates with 2 doors and lure it in. However, I saw this new trap that is just 1 foundation, 1 door, a sloped roof, and 3 walls. That's all. And I kind of wanted to give it a shot. So I'm going to look for an Argent, and we're going to give this new trap a shot. Alright, I found an RG right here. Let's see what level this is. It's a 95. There's another one right there. A 20. Now, RGs are plentiful, so I do not see a reason to not go for anything below 145. Unless we're very unlucky and we cannot find a 145 or a 150, there is no reason for us to go for anything lower than that. Alright, we found our 145 on the other side of the volcano. That is... I have never seen an RG just be 1 color. I mean, it's not 1 color, it has multiple colors, but like... You know what I mean. So let's set up this trap somewhere. I feel like this little rock right here, at least he's safe. If he's on here, you know what I mean? Let's just see what we can do with this. So the way this trap works is you put 3 double door gateways down like this. Now with that, your pteranodon can still fly through, which is phenomenal. Uh-oh. That's... Whew! And then in one of the sides, you put a door. And then you put a ceiling like that on the... So not the normal ramp. Not that one, but that one. And then all you do is you fly the RG in. So let's see if we can get this to work. Hello? There you go. Let him hit us one time, because otherwise it's gonna lose aggro. Okay, it's in. Now we need to open the door. Oh, no. No. You little shit. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Alright, open the door. And now it should be stuck in there. Let's see. Alright, there we go. We got our little bird knocked out. Let me see. Let's get that tracking information up. Can we get the Argentavis to show up? That would be lovely. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now let's get our bird. That was scary, I'm not gonna lie. Now next up on the list is getting some prime meat, which I think we have a... No, we have a very low melee stat. Never mind. I hoped it wouldn't be too difficult since we had a decent melee stat, but no, we don't. So I think our best option for prime meat is going to be killing other RGs. According to Dododex, this guy's going to take 11 prime meat to tame. And it's going to take 25 minutes. So in 25 minutes, if we let him starve for like 25 minutes, he should be ready to eat. Get up right away. So let's wait. So while I was waiting for this guy to get hungry, it's only been like 2 minutes so far, but I decided to check its stats, and it has a trait that has frail health, which means that he's had a very low health stat, which you can see. Only 19 points in health. He has a great weight stat, and of course oxygen, because I swear ARK does this on purpose, where they give a higher percentage of oxygen being a high stat. I don't know why. I just see it way too much for it to be coincidence. Now, on the other hand, I also saw another RG right here. Also a 145. Now, is our current RG, is it a... It's also a male. So these are both men. However, I still think we should try to tame it. Because, you know, it might have good stats. So, let's see. Let's go make our trap again. I have a feeling we're going to have to build it somewhere on a steep part of the cliff. In the hopes that nothing comes up. Where can I place the full foundation without any, you know, blockage, I guess. See, I need to be able to get off my bird. And close the door as well. So it can't just be anywhere. Maybe I can place it right here. Let's see how this works. Let's see if we can get this done. It went over, didn't it? Yeah. Go figure. Yeah, that's not gonna be able to go in. Okay. Let's take him away and rebuild the trap somewhere else. We're learning. Can I not be stuck? Thank you. I've noticed so many of these weird rock placements over the island. It is actually insane. Maybe we can do it, but we just need to do it the other way around. Oh, come on. I mean, that's on me. I stayed too close to him. Alright, let's see if this works. I think he should be stuck. He should most definitely be stuck. Alright. Let's knock this sucker out. There we go. So what are these biscuit stats? 24 in health, which is still not great. A big melee stat. Okay, so we'll take that. We'll take a big melee stat. Now, we're going to kill something. So we have some prime for that bad boy. And then we can come back to this one and feed him as well. Now, at this point, I think the easiest prime meat is killing another Argentavis. If we can find one. I know there was a low level one somewhere on the mountain. Right here, I think. It's only a level 25. We should be able to take this. Let's get out of the tree so I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Right, that was only 3 prime meat, and we need 11. So that's not gonna cut it, unfortunately. Alright, a baby parasaur. $31 prime meat. That will definitely do it. Let's go feed our bird. Now, I should have brought a saddle, now that I think of it, so I can fly on it right away and probably get a little bit of prime a little easier for the next bird, but hey. I think it's a baby. Oh, that's not good. Let's hope we land and don't go into this hovering mode. Okay, we landed. Cool. For those of you who don't know, if you're too high up, if you run out of stamina, your bird will try to land. And eventually it will just stop trying and just hover there. And eventually it will kick you off, basically dropping you to your death. So that's always fun. But luckily we were close enough to the ground to a point where that doesn't happen. You are one pretty raptor. That's probably because of the Christmas colors, let's be fair. Level 100 Quetzal. Yeah, no, I'd love to have a Quetzal. They're just like so difficult to tame solo, and I don't see a reason as to why we would need one in this series. Apart from like weight, but like that's why I went for these guys. So I need 11, so let's give him 12. And now it should... As you can see, this is what I meant with like waiting for it to starve. It eats very fast and gets all that prime meat in very quickly. Now let's go feed our other friend. Now they're not going to be 100% taming effectiveness, because it's done with prime meat. Unfortunately, it's going to cost me some levels. 99.1%. I think... Yeah, that one is not showing the right thing. Okay. That's just fantastic. ARK. Great work, ARK. A bug since the game released, by the way. 2 years ago. I think he might be 1 feet away. Yes, he should be 1 feet away from waking up. And the prime is halfway down its spoil timer. Which makes me think that we're gonna need to get some more prime for him. Because that prime is gonna spoil before he's fully tamed. Is it me, or does that texture look kind of weird? Looks like his eye is open, but just like a 2D PNG on his skin. Whereas, you know, we know that's not how ARK works. Look at that. It kind of looks like it's there. The mouth open with the tongue out, by the way. Oh boy. And he's up. I am not gonna name him yet. I can let one of you guys name him. And then we'll go to our second victim. I mean... friend. Sure, we'll go with that. This place is scary. Not just because of the tech cave. Imagine. Like, your dinos can already burn alive before even getting into the tech cave, which is terrifying. Also, which one of you remembers the time where you could build in here? Like, before the tech cave was even a thing. Now, taking out the level 25 RG took us quite a bit, and I kind of don't want to do that again because air fights are just not fun. So I'm hoping to be able to find a baby again. A female one for 5. Oh boy, we might have to like tame that one too, just because of its level. You know what? Let's do it. Let's tame that one too. Let's finish up this tame and then we'll come back for that one. For those of you who don't know, by the way, how I'm hanging this still in the air, if you hold X, it was kind of like a emergency brake on a bird for some reason. So if you just hold it down, it will just keep you steady. Alright, 4 prime meat. Let's pull that prime meat in here. Because as you can see, the other's almost spoiled, and I don't think it's gonna tame within now and 2 minutes. No, for sure not. I think basically if you look at like the food stat that you can see at the right side of the screen, if it has 50 under its max, it will eat. So meaning like the next thing tick down, it should eat, or the next one after that at least. Yes, so it should, yeah, there you go. See, exactly like I said. This one, same thing. We're not gonna name it anything yet. That's up to you guys. We need to get it somewhere safe. Because I think this mountain is like infinitely more dangerous than the other one is. When it comes to stuff around. And just because other Argents won't attack Argents doesn't mean nothing else will. Because they will. Like lions or saber-tooths. They will 100% attack. And so will any other creature that could be walking this mountain. I'm considering seeing if I could get it all the way at the top of this mountain. This has to be like a glitch or something, right? Like, did they really just spam these rocks everywhere? Maybe not the tippy top because of those rocks. They seem annoying. Like they would get in the way. There we go. Now let's get the Argent here. Now it's gonna be a little bit of a fly. Since he's like all the way down here. I think that's him. Or her, I should say. Yes, that's her. Hi there, buddy. You want a little snack? I am faster flying normal without sprinting than an Argentavis. That's crazy. How much damage did that just do? Oh, 21. I thought I would have 121. I was like, excuse me. Big run up. So you know to get down in there. Wait, what just happened? I teleported out. Okay. This game sometimes is crazy. Now there is a trick to get an Argent to get very low on food, and it's by feeding it something right before you knock it out. However, I do not have the means to do that since I have nothing to carry anything up here with. I think it should knock out soon. I'm scared. I kind of didn't do the counting thing. Okay, there we go. I thought I was gonna kill it there for a second. Look at that health. That's not good. 20 in health. Is just average across the board. This has... 53 in food after taming. That's crazy. 40 in stamina. 42 in weight. That's pretty good. 53 in food. That's like... That's not what you like to see. That's not even the frail health one. Food is the highest stat on this one as well. That's insane. Alright, well, guess we'll be waiting here. Alright. And our last bird should be waking up here any second. And I couldn't even finish my sentence. Alright. There it is. Let's pick up our trap. And let's pick up our bird. Alright. Let's go back to the promised land that is home. Alright. And we're back home. Let's see what the stats on this guy are, by the way. 39 in health, 41 in weight. Alright, you know what? 39 in health is alright. 42 in weight. 36 in melee, 26. 31. So this is the best melee. This guy's the best health. And this guy's the best weight. Now, the weight stat between this one and this one is only like 1. However, the stamina's only... This one has the best stamina as well. It's best melee, best stamina. Right? Yeah. So I think I'm gonna breed these two. Breed these two later, though. Because right now, I do not have the thing set up for breeding. And this one is gonna be the one I'm gonna use for now. Let's go make an Argent saddle. Let's see if we have enough stuff for that. Argentavis saddle. Just one is fine. We do not have enough keratin or chitin. Alright, let's go collect some. But first let's put some stuff away so this bird actually has some extra weight to use. Getting some extra chitin and keratin shouldn't be too difficult as we're right next to the swamp. That drop might be interesting. Need to be careful with the rhino over there though. Rhinos are scary. Okay. I'll take that. I didn't get to have a proper look. The sickle is great. I've been wanting a sickle. You guys know I've been wanting a sickle. Even though I could craft one right now, so it's not that big of a deal. But like having an ascended one with a little bit better damage on it is definitely gonna get us a lot more fiber a lot faster. So that's always good. And normally you'll have some birds around. No. I saw that guy. Birds is not what I meant to say. Normally you have some bugs around. Is that? That is one large saber-toothed salmon. Times 3. Damn, okay. It almost looked like a Cephectinus, if that's how you pronounce it properly. Oh, wait, we got one here. It's only 9. It's something. I was about to say, where there's one, there's more. No. Now let's hope. I have another bug here. Another couple here. Now let's hope that together with what we have at home, this is going to be enough. I'm sorry I went quiet there. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It is very difficult to play and talk at the same time. It's like I'm trying to be entertaining, but then at the same time I need to make sure to do the game. You know, play the game. Alright, let's see if we have enough chitin now. Only this should have already been enough, so I think we have enough right now. Argents. Oh yes, we do. Alright, nice. Is it me or does crafting take slower recently? Now that we have an Argent, we can pick up more things. One of the things we can pick up is a beaver, which means we can bring it home with us and tame it here. Let's make sure everything is passive before I bring anything home with me. And now I'm gonna build a cage for it. Not with the metal. I'm actually gonna probably destroy the metal structures so I can use the metal instead. Do I have a lot of stone? Can I create 3 more stone foundations? Oh, nope, that's not what I meant. Can I create 3 more stone foundations? I cannot because I'm missing wood. Now I also need 3 more walls. We can do that too. That's great. And now let's build ourselves a little 2x2. Just like that. With walls with doors in them. Not there. Right here. And let's go get ourselves a beaver and drop it in so we can tame it. Alright, so we have 2 beavers in the water here. I think it's only 2. I only saw 2. They're both level 95. Are there no more beavers in here? Doesn't seem like so. So I think for now we're gonna have to do with a 95. Which, you know, is fine. I preferred something a little higher, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, we dropped them into our little cage. Once again, let's make sure everything's on passive, just in case. And let's start tranking this thing out. I think on the next shot it's just gonna pass out. Yeah, there we go. You got 19 in health, 19 in weight, and 21 in melee. You know what? That's fine. Now, I think... Yes, or this is gonna just be a berry tame. And it's gonna take nearly an hour. That's a long time. Alright, well, I'll be back when it's tamed. We've all seen this process before. We're gonna stuff some berries up its butt. And he will become ours. This is totally consensual. Alright, we'll be back in a bit. Now, while we wait, I've decided that maybe, since we got a good pair of fur gloves, we can go into the snow, get some organic polymer, and craft ourselves ghillie. Because ghillie is good for heat. And since we live in a place where apparently it gets very hot a lot, it might be good for us. I also need to work on a water system towards our base so we don't have to fly down to the beach every single time. But that might be something for next episode. We'll see. We might be able to do it this episode real quick because it shouldn't be too difficult. ARK has overall wireless water, I guess. Also, in case you guys didn't know, you can auto fly. Just hold R while you're flying and just press toggle auto run. And it will just fly for you. And you can actually just do anything you want. You can, you know, change your gear to be that, for example. And it will just keep flying for you. Which is absolutely the best feature they've added in such a good in a while when they added it. It was great. I just realized we cannot leave. That little fella is gonna wake up too quickly. Holy crap. Okay, well, guess we're going back to make sure that, you know, he doesn't wake up. He just got down. He just started eating, and he's already halfway through waking up. There is no way I can do anything without him waking up. So I need to stay here, unfortunately. Maybe afterwards we'll go get that ghillie, or get that organic polymer. Let's actually get our iguanodon now for this. So he can help us farm some berries real quick. It's a little bit faster than doing it all by hand. Alright, let's just feed him all these berries. Let's also make sure he just has more than enough mayo berries. While we're at it, you know. Now that we've filled him up with 300 plus like narco berries, I think we might be fine. I know I said earlier that like we shouldn't, but I think we'll be fine. 300 narco berries is a lot, and if push comes to shove, I can knock him down again. We'll just knock him down again. It only took like 4 or 5 arrows. He shouldn't leave the cage, so. And bonus, if he wakes up and we knock him down again, he should be ready to just tame, I think. Because he hasn't... Well, I mean, he's eating now, so maybe not. Now, is our gloves gonna be enough to keep us warm? So far, they seem fine. Like, they don't keep us warm, but they do keep us warm enough to not be ice cube cold, which means we won't be losing health. We would just be losing food a little faster, which is not a problem. And I think we might have our victims right here. Yes, yes. Right, well, if you're for the faint of heart, I recommend closing your eyes because we're gonna be killing a bunch of undeserving creatures. I hate this part. I love penguins. I really do. But they're the only creature that drops the resource we need. Might mess me up here. Oh boy. I'm out of stamina. I don't think I've heard of a single ARK player dying to penguins, you know? Now, I think that's already enough. I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's go back home and make sure that our beaver does not wake up before we tame it. Although, here, this is what I mean. Like, it already went back up for like a quarter of its torpor, and it's still rising. Like, the torpor is still going up. So I think we're good. But we'll see. Alright, we have arrived back home. And our torpor for beaver is almost back to full. So, hey, there's that. Now, this should keep us a lot cooler. If, you know... Oh. This should keep us a lot cooler. According to how it's supposed to work. So, hey. I don't really want the... Ghillie in this game, by the way, is absolutely insane. Like, look at that. Like... I know I don't have the hat on right now. Let me just put that back on real quick. Like, you're damn near invisible in the grass. Like, you're just gone. Well, apart from, you know, our little raptor claws right here. Which is a chibi I got, by the way, off camera. Which is very, very nice. There's one thing I wanted to see, and I hope we have enough stuff for it. It came with the holiday... thing. It's a Christmas tree ghillie skin. And I kind of just want to see what it looks like. No, unfortunately we don't have enough to make the whole thing. We don't have the chest piece right now. Which is kind of sad. We could get enough for that later. Oh, I got kibble from the drops from Santa Claus, but I'm not really using this. Although I could maybe just use them in this guy just to speed it up a little bit. I think it has superior kibble or up, so regular kibble won't work. But at least I will eat that one. That's always something. Where are the skins? Did I get them in my cosmetics step? Yes. Let's put that on. That on my head. That one on my feet. And this one on my hands. Yeah, this is... It's something else, alright. Oh, yes, I don't have the middle part. I get that, but... I could be a walking Christmas tree. I see... You can see the vision, at least. That's phenomenal. That's fun. Alright, so ARK crashed. And... got me a 10 gigabyte update. So I had to update the server as well. But we're back. We're back in action. This guy's almost done. Luckily still asleep. Still... His baby is now here all of a sudden. I don't know how that happened. Apparently when you restart a world, the creature's babies will come back to them. I guess. So we might get a second little beaver as a freebie, I guess. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do in the meantime is get water to come over here. Since, you know, we do need some irrigation. Let's see how far this will get us so I know how much more to make efforts. I think this guy should be not fine. His torpor is dropping like crazy. Hold on. Let's get 100 more narcos in him. Alright, he should be fine for a little bit. Let's go and see how far this water, these tanks can get us. Since it's not a PvP thing, because I'm the only one here, I should be fine with just stone, I hope. Let's see. Let's turn on the range. It isn't all very far, is it? Why can't I not place this? No. This is so unnecessary. You guys came to me. There's another one. How many fucking dillos were here? Alright. There's hopefully the last of them. I don't know what it's obstructed by. Okay, well that's that. Show range. So this one can now be turned off. We're gonna need quite a couple of these, I'm guessing. Especially if they're all gonna be obstructed like this. Why can I not place these? Call me crazy, but I think that the pipes were a better solution than the wireless water stuff. I'm gonna have to figure something out for water, because I need water up here. What I could do for now... How many... What are the options for water tanks? We have the metal water tank, which I think holds a lot of water, which could... Oh no. Which could work. Indicate, like when it rains. When it rains, it can hold a lot of water. Not the time. Alright, well, we got a beaver. Did not go quite the way we planned it to go. None of it went, you know, the crash. Raptors coming in, I wanted to put some water, which is not working the way I hoped it would. I'll just put water right here for now. And hopefully it fills up quite a bit when it rains. And that way we could get some water around our base. Maybe I can place both of them here. And maybe we can upgrade these to stones or to metal eventually. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is call the episode here. We got a beaver. We got our birds. I think that's it for today. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.